Hi guys, today let us come to the next part of the lymphatic system, the cells of the lymphatic system. What are all the cells constitute the lymphatic system? Three types of cells constitute the lymphatic system. Number one, dendritic cells. Number two, phagocytic cells. Number three, lymphocytes. Let us take up one by one quickly. One, the dendritic cells, they are the APC, antigen presenting cells, to the T cells during the primary response of the immunity. We will deeply explain this APC etc. in immunity portion. So dendritics, the dendritic cells of the lymphatic system are the APC, antigen presenting cells to the T cells during the primary response of the immunity. Then they are derived from bone marrow. There are three types of dendritic cells. One, interdigitating dendritic cells. Two, Langerhans cells. Number three, follicular dendritic cells. Next type of cells are the phagocytic cells. You know what is phagocytosis? Like amoeba, they capture the food by phagocytosis. There are two types. Number one, mononuclear macrophage of blood and tissue. The macrophage is a leukocyte having one nucleus, mononuclear. This is the largest lymphoid cell. You must understand, you must note down. The largest lymphoid cell is the mononuclear macrophage. Its off-lifetime period is 1 day and the lifespan is 7 months. What is the function of this macrophage having one nucleus, mononuclear? It is important for the chronic inflammation and cell-mediated immunity. During the inflammation, they fight against the bacteria, they fight against the germs, pathogens, microgerms, and they form inflammation and they form the cell-mediated immunity. Number two, macrophages. They are PMN, polymorphonuclear leukocyte. We already seen in the type of leukocyte. PMN, polymorphonuclear leukocytes of blood, neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. What do you mean by PMN? The nucleus takes many forms, polyforms. So polymorphic nuclear leukocytes. Function, there is no specific immune response. Third type of cells of the lymphatic system are the lymphocytes. See, if you take our human body consists of 10 to the power 12 lymphocytes. Generally, the total amount of lymphocytes in our body is 10 to the power 12, out of which 10 to the power 9 are renewed daily. So 10 to the power 9 lymphocytes are renewed daily. There are two types of lymphocytes, one T lymphocyte and two B lymphocyte. T lymphocytes, as the name indicates, they are derived from the organ thymus deriving T lymphocytes. They constitute 60 to 70% of the lymphocytes. 60 to 70% of the lymphocytes. Where do you find these T lymphocytes? Mainly, number one, you find in the paracortical area of lymph nodes. In the lymph node, we'll take up in the next video the lymph node separately. In the lymph node, there is an area, paracortical area. In that area, T lymphocytes are present. And then number two, in spleen, outer peri-arteriolar sheath in spleen. So they are present in lymph nodes and the spleen. Where? In lymph nodes, in the paracortical area, in the spleen, outer peri-arteriolar sheath. It is responsible for the cell-mediated immunity. They attack the cells directly. Then number 2, finally, B lymphocytes. As the name indicates, they are derived from the bone marrow. They constitute 10 to 20% of the peripheral lymphocytes, whereas the T lymphocytes are more, 60 to 70%. B lymphocytes are 10 to 20%. They are also present in spleen and lymph nodes. They form the humoral immunity. That means they fight against the germ by forming the antibodies. By antibody formation, they fight against the germs and giving immunity to our body. So responsible for the humoral immunity. T lymphocyte responsible for cell-mediated immunity. So these are all about the cells of the lymphatic system. So dendritic cells, number 2 phagocytic cells, mononuclear macrophage and microphage, and lymphocytes, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. So guys, the next video we will take up the